to our third speaker, who was with us, Dr. Toastmaster Dr. Jeena. Okay, I can see Dr. Jeena with the post with the photo of Bibi, distinguished Toastmaster Pitambaran. So is this a trick for communication or something? Anyways, since I have the name Dr. Jeena, this means she's with us. I will start presenting her. She's a doctor by profession as an analyst, and she's the winner of a humorous contest 2 days ago, and she's going to present Division B in DTAC Kuwait at the end of this month. Congratulations for being the first humorous speech winner for that part. I know her as a dedicated person. She comes in and out to our meetings, but whenever she comes, you can never stop not smiling, laughing from deep inside your heart. She has an amazing character. She's amazing. She has good communication with all of us. And now I leave the floor for you with your topic for today. The session is about encourage to get the best. Encourage to get the best. Distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Jeena. Watch out for the timer as well. Toastmaster Abdullah Hijazi is with us. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Vida, for a good introduction. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Low
yes.
voice a little bit. Let me check my.
So I didn't
Okay.
make much presentation, but we will have a good interactive section. Okay. So right now my topic is actually related to encourage to get the best. Now, when I tell you about this topic, what does come into your mind? What do you feel when you hear about this topic?
You're a humorous contest.
Oh, you went till there, still now you are not come out from the contest? Any other opinion when you hear that encourage to get the best? What does come into your mind? What does encouragement means? How do you say
For me, enthusiasm.
Okay. Now, when you're saying about enthusiasm, or let's take the word inspiring, do you feel in yourself, do you have the power to inspire someone? Yes or no? Do you have the power to inspire? If somebody could interact, it could be much better.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
How do you inspire a person?
By being a role model?
Okay, by being a role model. Okay, Zara, tell me one example that you felt that you were a role model for some of them. Maybe your students or
Yes.
maybe your family.
I was about to say this when one of the students told me, Miss, I want to be a teacher in the future just because of you. So this, I think I inspired her by the way how I teach the students, or being kind with everyone, or the knowledge that I have. So yeah, this is an
Yeah,
example.
so that is one way. But today, when I'm telling about encourage to get the best means, you are encouraging someone to communicate. Okay, and how does the communication is being developed? When you are having a consistent interaction, okay, or when you are having some set of hobbies into readings. Okay, now let me say to you, suppose uh, how many of you are saying that, okay, I'm well talented? You feel that you're very talented. Do you think that you have a particular talent within yourself? Is there any
Yes,
particular
sure.
talent? What
Yes,
is
sure.
okay? Do you ever felt like, okay, my talent has been stopped to some extent, or it was not being encouraged? I couldn't go much further. Have you ever felt like that?
Sometimes circumstances make me feel like that also.
Correct.
I could
Now,
do more, but if I was in a different place, kind of.
very good. Even I also used to feel the same thing. I have a set of talents, but I couldn't come forward because maybe of the circumstances, maybe the people around me have not supported it, or I had the pressure to quit it out, right? In that case, if you look into some of an examples, like for example of a Spanish painter, there's a Spanish painter known as Picasso. He was a Spanish person, and in his very young age, he has to go through different circumstances. Like they need to go from one place to another place. They need to keep on changing their places. It was a very difficult circumstances for Pablo, but his father was well motivated. His father used to stay with him, encourage with him to improve his talent of painting. Now, when you look back to ourselves itself, when you have your colleagues around, or when you have your friends, families, brothers and sisters, or whoever is there around, have you encouraged them to be well performed in particular area, or get improved in their talent? Have you ever come into that situation? Have you ever done like that? Have you ever been into a situation of encouraging your colleagues, or encouraging your partner, or
Yes,
encouraging
Dr. Jeena.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, in my circumstances also, I will quote you with some examples, saying there was a student in my class. He frequently come to my class, but he was very silent. He used to be very silent, and he used to stay at the back bench. He used to write something in his book, or it was something like a disturbance for me when I used to, uh, do an lecture inside the classroom. He used to go behind and he used to keep drawing something on his book. I was very suspicious, okay, thinking like, what is he trying to do, or why is he trying to bring out these particular type of behavior inside the classroom? Because sometimes students, when they look at me, they had a very big fear. Okay, because when they look at me itself, they will say I'm very strict. So he never came and told me that he have a particular interest in drawing or painting, something like that. So what happened, I one time I got a chance to look into his book. So when I saw in his book, I saw him drawing my picture. He was drawing my picture, which I look exactly like Xerox copy. Okay, so when I saw this particular picture, I was very happy. But at the same time, what did I do is I encouraged him to go for some of the competitions. We had a small competitions within our institute itself for the drawing students, where he was one of the person who he got recognized for having a good picture. So it means that encouraging a student to give out their best. Now let's imagine we are all working in different places. Okay, we are having a team building, or we go for a different situation where we need to discuss things each other. Sometimes when you discuss things each other, some are very silent. Yes or no? Have you noticed? When you are going into any discussion in the office, or when you're going into discussion with some teams, we tend to become very silent. What could be the reason they're very silent? Any idea? What could be the reason? Why they could be very silent when they come for a meeting, or when they come for any discussions, or
Maybe they were not encouraged before. They gave
they were not
ideas,
encouraged
but not
before?
welcomed.
Okay,
So they
then what
thought
else?
that, well, ideas are not welcomed.
Ideas are not welcomed. What else could be there?
Maybe
What could
they're not interested or not knowledgeable about the topic.
Very good. They might be not interested or not knowledgeable. They might not be encouraged. At the same time, they might be having a fear. Okay. There was a student in our institute, there was a student which I know. She got very less grades for the exams. When they got very less grade for the exam, she ran away from the institute. Okay. They ran away. Now, when she ran away, after 2 or 3 hours, she came back. And I asked her, what was the reason did you go? She said, I am very fearful. Okay, why is there a fear? Okay, when she says that if I share some opinion to my parents, or if I give these results to my parents, definitely they are not going to encourage it. This is one of the reason many of them during the meeting times, or representing certain results, we tend to back out from it because of the fear that we are So in a way, that what we have to do is we have to encourage people to speak out. So when there is more of communication, they can overcome their fear and they could give the best out of it. So I like to conclude now. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster Vida.